Your liver lives under your right rib. And a very good liver function test is just to poke your liver. Just push it very hard. And if it's not happy, what will it say to you? Don't. Don't. If you want to know what it should look like, push the other side. And if it's a little tender, don't be concerned, because it's a recoverable organ. It's the only organ in the body that has the ability to regrow, totally regrow. Like the shark's teeth, constantly regrowing. When they do a liver transplant, they can actually just do a part of the liver because the liver will grow. When you consider what we're going to be considering this morning, you will understand why God made the liver to be a recoverable organ, because many people would not be living today if it wasn't a recoverable organ.
Did you know that your liver plays a crucial role in keeping your body toxin-free? It filters everything you eat and drink, ensuring harmful substances don't build up in your system. But when we overload our liver with unhealthy foods, it struggles to function properly, leading to fatigue, digestive issues, and even serious health conditions. Certain foods act like fuel for your liver, helping it detox and repair itself. But unknowingly, many people consume foods that do the opposite, damaging liver cells and increasing the risk of liver disease. In fact, around 25% of the global population is affected by non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, often without even realizing it. So, what are the foods that can harm your liver without you knowing? Stay tuned as we break them down one by one. As a thank you for joining me today, we're giving away 100 free copies of my best-selling book to subscribers. So if you haven't yet, hit subscribe, like this video, and comment why you want to win. Number 1, refined carbohydrates. Refined carbohydrates include white rice, white flour used to make white bread, crackers, and rice cakes. These foods are processed in a way that removes most of the natural fiber and nutrients. In the process of refining, the food loses its original goodness. Manufacturers then add a little extra nutrient content and call this enriched food. Think of it like taking away $1 worth of benefits and giving you back only a penny. This means you get very little nutritional value in return.
Never in the history of mankind have human beings consumed so many carbohydrates. Never. Let's have a look at what Aussies consume. What would most Aussies have had for breakfast? Cereal. Very popular food. There's a whole aisle devoted to it in the supermarket, so it must be popular. Very easy for such a fast society. Open cereal, pour into bowl, milk on, eat.
When you consume refined carbohydrates, the body breaks them down into individual glucose molecules very quickly. This causes a rapid increase in blood sugar levels. In response, the pancreas produces insulin to help the cells absorb the glucose. Over time, constant spikes in blood sugar and insulin lead to insulin resistance. High insulin levels promote lipogenesis, a process where extra sugar is converted into fat. Some of this fat accumulates in the liver, causing fatty liver disease. Statistics show that elevated blood sugar and insulin resistance are major factors behind liver problems. The liver works overtime to store and process the extra fat created from these refined carbohydrates. Cutting back on these foods can help reduce the risk of developing metabolic issues that lead to liver damage. Instead of eating white bread or plain white rice, choosing whole grains with more fiber can slow down the absorption of sugar. This change gives your liver a break and helps keep your blood sugar steady. Some examples of refined carbohydrates are common in many diets. Foods such as pastries, cookies, and even some cereals are made from refined flour and sugar. Even fruit juice can be considered a refined carbohydrate because it lacks the fiber of whole fruit. These foods give your body glucose very quickly, and the liver must work hard to convert the excess into fat. Reducing the intake of refined carbohydrates is a simple step that can make a difference in protecting your liver. Number 2, sugar.
What also leaches minerals is refined sugar. Nothing wrong with sugar cane. Sugar cane's actually incredibly high in minerals. but it takes about half an hour to eat 2 inches. But there's 10 metres of sugar cane in a can of Coca-Cola. That's 10 teaspoons of sugar. So it's a highly toxic drug. In fact, it's so toxic that when it goes into your body, it causes blood sugar levels to rise quickly, which means now very quickly insulin has to be released in high amounts. And then the insulin gets the blood sugar down, and then it goes too low, and then the person has some more sugar, and so you get this whiplash.
Sugar is a special type of carbohydrate that causes extra trouble for your liver. Sugar comes in many forms: white sugar, brown sugar, sucrose, high fructose corn syrup, and even agave syrup. Although these sugars may look different, they all have a similar effect on your body. They contain glucose along with fructose. Unlike glucose, which nearly every cell in your body can use, fructose is handled almost entirely by the liver. This places extra pressure on your liver when you consume large amounts. When you eat foods high in sugar, blood sugar levels rise rapidly. Your body releases insulin to handle the glucose, and if this happens over and over again, the result is chronically high insulin levels. High insulin promotes the conversion of excess sugar into fat, which then accumulates in the liver. Fructose contributes to the problem even more. Because the liver is the only organ that can process fructose, a high intake of sugar leads to overwhelming amounts of fat production in this organ. Even a small treat every now and then might be okay, but regularly consuming large amounts of sugar is dangerous for the liver. Research and statistics show that sugar consumption is closely linked to metabolic syndrome. This syndrome includes conditions such as high blood pressure, high blood sugar, and a buildup of fat in the liver. Many people do not realize that a can of soda may contain 40 to 70 grams of sugar. Such high levels of sugar are far beyond the recommended limits. For example, US guidelines suggest that added sugars should account for only about 10% of daily calories, which is roughly 50 grams for many adults. In reality, many people consume much more than that, leading to a higher risk of developing liver disease. Sugar is hidden in many foods, even those that seem healthy at first glance. Items like flavored yogurts, breakfast cereals, and packaged snacks often contain large amounts of added sugar. Consuming these foods on a regular basis keeps your liver busy, processing too much fructose. Cutting back on sugar and reading food labels can help you make better choices for your liver health. Number 3, popular sweetened beverages. Popular drinks are a major source of excess sugar in many diets. Soft drinks and sodas are well known for their high sugar content. A single can of soda can contain about 40 grams of sugar, and some bottles or larger servings can have as much as 70 grams. Coffee drinks, energy drinks, sweetened iced teas, and even some types of vitamin water also pack a heavy sugar load. Some coffee shop beverages are loaded with as much sugar as a candy bar. Milkshakes can have 50 to 90 grams of sugar in one serving. When you consume these sweetened beverages, your liver must process all of the extra sugar. In the process, much of the sugar is converted to fat. This fat accumulates in the liver, leading to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Many people drink these beverages without realizing the amount of sugar they are consuming. The easy availability and taste of these drinks make it hard to limit their intake. The guidelines for added sugar are clear, yet most people far exceed the recommended amounts. The average daily intake of added sugar in some countries is well above 50 grams. This constant overload of sugar is a key factor in the development of metabolic syndrome. The liver, faced with a continuous supply of sugar, converts it into fat, causing inflammation and damage over time. Cutting back on sweetened beverages is one of the easiest ways to reduce sugar intake. Instead of sodas or high-sugar coffee drinks, drinking water or unsweetened teas can give your liver a much-needed break. Replacing 1 or 2 sugary drinks a day with healthier alternatives can lead to improvements in liver function over time. Making this simple switch is a powerful way to support your overall health. Number 4, alcohol.
Alcohol is not a food, but it creates an acid environment in the body. Tobacco is not a food, but it also creates an acid environment in the body.
Alcohol is well known for its harmful effects on the liver. Your liver is the only organ that can break down significant amounts of alcohol. While moderate alcohol consumption may be acceptable for some people, overconsumption can quickly lead to liver damage. Alcohol puts extra stress on the liver and over time can lead to conditions such as fatty liver, hepatitis, and even cirrhosis. Many alcoholic beverages come with hidden dangers. Mixed drinks, for instance, often contain large amounts of sugar along with alcohol. Liqueurs and sweet wines add extra sugar to the alcohol load. Even beer, though lower in sugar, still contains carbohydrates that the liver must process. When you drink alcohol, your liver must work hard to break it down. This process creates toxic byproducts that can damage liver cells and lead to inflammation.
Cancer and heart disease are neck to neck for the #1 killers in the world today. Far more people die from alcohol-related diseases, far more people die from tobacco-related diseases, and yet they're not banning tobacco or alcohol, are they?
Statistics show that liver disease is common among heavy drinkers. Although the amount of alcohol that is safe to consume can vary, regular heavy drinking is a major risk factor. The combination of alcohol and sugar in many drinks makes the situation even worse. It is not just the alcohol itself, but also the extra sugar that contributes to fat buildup in the liver. For those who choose to drink, it is important to be mindful of the type and amount of alcohol consumed. Choosing beverages with less added sugar, such as dry wines or distilled spirits mixed with water or unsweetened mixes, can help reduce the burden on your liver. Moderation is key. When alcohol becomes a regular part of your diet in large amounts, the risk of liver damage increases significantly. Number 5, unhealthy vegetable oils. Many products in the market boast vegetable oil as a healthy alternative. However, most of these oils are not truly healthy. The oils found on grocery shelves are often extracted from soybeans, canola, safflower, sunflower, cottonseed, or corn. These sources are not vegetables in the common sense, and the extraction process is far from natural. The process uses high heat, high pressure, and sometimes chemicals to extract the oil. As a result, the oil ends up with damaged molecules and a high ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids. A balanced ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 is important for controlling inflammation in the body. A 1:1 ratio is ideal, but many vegetable oils have ratios as high as 20.1. This imbalance pushes the body toward a state of inflammation. Inflammation in the liver can speed up the process of fat buildup and liver damage. These oils also tend to be unstable when exposed to light and oxygen, which means they can become rancid even before you use them. Unhealthy vegetable oils are found in many processed foods, baked goods, and fried items. Their presence in the diet adds up over time. Each time you consume these oils, your liver must deal with the inflammatory effects and the extra fat created by an imbalanced omega ratio. Replacing these oils with healthier fats, such as extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, or coconut oil, can help reduce the strain on your liver. Healthier oils are extracted with less processing and maintain a better balance of fatty acids. Number 6, fried foods. Fried foods are a favorite for many people, but they come at a high cost for your liver. The main problem with fried foods is not just the high calorie count. It is the type of oil used and the process of frying itself. When food is fried, it is cooked in oils that are often reused many times during the day. With each use, the oil undergoes oxidation and becomes more damaged. This results in the formation of harmful compounds that are not naturally found in fresh oil. When you eat fried foods, you are not only taking in extra calories, but also a load of toxic substances. These oxidized oils contribute to inflammation in the liver and increase the risk of fatty liver disease. The repeated use of oil means that tiny particles of food, proteins, and other residues mix with the oil. Over time, this mixture becomes a toxic blend that your liver must filter out. The damage from fried foods is compounded by the fact that many fried items are also made from refined carbohydrates and sugars. This combination speeds up the process of fat formation in the liver. Cutting back on fried foods or choosing to bake or grill your food instead can help lower the amount of toxic compounds you introduce into your system. For those who love the taste and crunch of fried foods, looking for healthier cooking methods is a key step in protecting liver health. Number 7, margarine and shortening. Margarine and shortening are products created by processing vegetable oils even further. In order to convert liquid oil into a solid form, manufacturers expose the oil to high pressure, heat, and hydrogen. This process is known as hydrogenation. Hydrogenation changes the chemical structure of the fat, resulting in what is known as trans fat. Trans fat is not found in nature and is extremely hard for the body to break down. Even if a label says 0 trans fats, it may still contain partially hydrogenated oils. This means that some of the harmful trans fats are still present. Trans fats are linked to increased inflammation, higher cholesterol levels, and insulin resistance. These factors contribute to the accumulation of fat in the liver. People who regularly consume margarine, shortening, and foods made with them may be unknowingly accelerating liver damage. Number 8, processed foods. When you visit a supermarket, you will notice that fresh foods are usually placed along the perimeter of the store. The center aisles are filled with processed foods that are packaged and have a long shelf life. These processed foods are carefully engineered to be stable and to last a long time. However, achieving that stability often means using a mix of refined carbohydrates, sugars, unhealthy fats, and artificial additives. Processed foods are a major contributor to liver damage. They are made to be convenient, but they contain many ingredients that force your liver to work overtime. White flour, high fructose corn syrup, and the unhealthy vegetable oils discussed earlier are common in these products. In many cases, these foods are also high in sodium and low in natural nutrients. The result is a meal that may satisfy hunger, but leaves the liver overwhelmed with toxic substances. The modern diet is filled with processed foods. Items like packaged snacks, frozen meals, and ready-to-eat cereals are all part of this category. Each serving of processed food can add up to a significant amount of refined ingredients that harm your liver over time. Replacing processed foods with whole, unprocessed foods can make a big difference. Fresh fruits, vegetables, and whole grains support the liver by providing natural nutrients and fiber that help the body process sugars and fats more slowly. Number 9, poor quality saturated fats. Saturated fats often get a bad reputation, and for a good reason. While not all saturated fats are harmful, the type found in many processed and fast foods can contribute to liver problems. It is important to note that saturated fats from natural sources like grass-fed butter or high-quality meat may have a different effect on your body. However, many people consume saturated fats from low-quality sources that are part of an unbalanced diet. When high levels of refined carbohydrates and sugars are present, the addition of low-quality saturated fats further increases insulin levels. This combination leads to a higher rate of fat production. The liver converts excess sugars and fats into stored fat, a process that eventually causes non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. In modern diets, high-calorie fast foods and processed meats are major sources of poor quality saturated fats. These fats come along with added preservatives and chemicals that make the situation even worse. Eating too much of these fats causes the liver to work overtime to process them. The result is inflammation, which can lead to further complications in liver function. People with diets that are high in refined carbohydrates, sugar, and poor quality saturated fats are more likely to experience metabolic issues that harm the liver. To protect your liver, it is wise to choose natural sources of saturated fat and maintain a balanced diet. Number 10, commercial baked goods. Commercial baked goods, such as cakes, cookies, pastries, and muffins, are a dangerous mix of refined carbohydrates, sugars, and unhealthy fats. These items are designed to be tasty and convenient, but they come with a high cost to your liver. During processing, natural ingredients lose their original nutrients and are replaced with additives and preservatives. The result is a product that is low in nutritional value and high in ingredients that harm your liver. Baked goods from commercial sources are often loaded with refined flour and sugar. This combination leads to rapid spikes in blood sugar and insulin. As explained earlier, excess insulin converts extra sugar into fat, some of which accumulates in the liver. The unhealthy fats used in these baked items, often in the form of margarine, shortening, or low-quality saturated fats, further contribute to liver stress. Together, these factors create a recipe for non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Statistics have shown that diets high in commercial baked goods are linked with increased rates of metabolic syndrome. The liver, already burdened by sugar and unhealthy fats, must work hard to process all these ingredients. Reducing the intake of such foods is essential for maintaining a healthy liver. Instead of commercial baked goods, try making homemade treats using whole grain flours, natural sweeteners, and healthier oils. This change allows you to enjoy a sweet snack while giving your liver a break. Taking care of your liver isn't just about avoiding harmful foods, it's about making the right choices to keep it healthy and functioning at its best. By being mindful of what you eat, you can protect your liver and improve your overall well-being. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on more health tips. And let us know in the comments which of these foods surprised you the most. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.